rock my Ray-Bans.
Hey, sorry. It's getting bright in here. I'm getting bright. All the shine from what's going on in the meme community. I'm happy to be here for another AMA here, Alt Mom. Thank you very much for hosting yet another one.
Yeah, I'm super excited. Today we have Jahon, the CEO of American Crypto Academy, Daniel Diaz, and Tegridy Space, who is also a he-man in the meme coin sector. And yes, we are going to talk all about why you are seeing that super cute little Superman over there that is changing the space of meme coins.
First of all, He-Man, not the Superman. and yeah, Alt Mom, thanks for.
He's got like I feel like I should have my sunglasses on. He's
got the power, you know.
Yeah. He's ready to take over and save Web3.
Absolutely. And for those of you that have been joining us, and for those of you that might be new, American Crypto Academy, we've been doing these AMAs now all summer. We're going to take it right on through the fall. We've had some fantastic episodes. We've had Casper, we've had Bloxy, we've had Ticker Bitcoin, Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic 10, Enu, my home base community. And we are very pleased to sort of continue and expanding, see what's going on here in Web3 culture and what's been building. And like, personal opinion, like everything we say here, by the way, is for informational, entertainment, or educational purposes only, not to be construed as any financial or investment advice. For that, go seek out your financial advisor. And if they need any help on digital assets, have them give Stars and Funds a call. All right, now they've got the disclaimer out of the way. But yeah, we have a lot going on. I don't think meme season is even close to being over. And I don't even think we're going to call it meme season after the end of it, because we're seeing a very new meta obviously being developed, and I think it is spreading. And I am so pleased to have Daniel and Tegridy here. Alt Mom, I'm going to turn it over to you. Let's get the show on the road. Let's explore what is Tegridy.
so the thing is, when I'm sorry. You were saying about meme coin season not being over, and I keep hearing like in all the spaces that I'm in, because I'm pretty active on social media and then YouTube and everything. And I just keep hearing over from everyone that, half of the market cap this next bull run is going to be meme coins. Every there's always this narrative every bull market, and whether it's the ICOs or it's the NFTs or 2007, all the new ICOs coming out, 2019 NFT DeFi summer. Right before the NFT explosion, you had DeFi summer, so yield farming and all that. It's always a new narrative. And I think this people figuring out how to make simple code. It's all about giving the token supply to the community and renouncing the smart contract. That's what changed everything. And that's what started this whole bull run and I learned some philosophy on it, was like, what can we do with this renounced smart contract? It's a very powerful thing, right?
Well, wait, I'm going to slow you down for just a second. I'm going to slow you down before we get to the contract. Let me slow you down. Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about Tegridy and exactly what it is and how it got started? Let's start at the beginning before we get to the contract.
No. And that kind of plays in. I guess I'm using big words, so it's kind of scary. And when I'm saying renounced smart contract, and I'm saying all these things, it's kind of big words, and it's not really. So that's how it kind of starts, though. What the idea is giving away a project to a community or to somebody. Think about like Nike. If you could just like give Nike away and let the community run Nike, it probably wouldn't work very well, right? Probably be chaos. It probably wouldn't work well. So what company, what project would work well if you could just give it to the community and let the community just control it? Just run wild with it. Yeah. But there's still developers at Bitcoin, right? There's still consensus. There's still hard forks. There's still people that are writing the code, running the code. People can still enter and implement code into Bitcoin. It's a network. If they could vote on it, they can still change it. When you renounce a smart contract, you can no longer update this code. You can no longer change this code. So yeah, if Bitcoin renounced their smart contract, I don't know if they would want to do that, because then you can never update. You have Taproot, you'd have all these.
I'm gonna put you in the hot seat really quick, okay? I'm gonna put you in the hot seat. So from the beginning, tell me what Tegridy is.
Right.
How big is the supply? How many community members do you have? How did you guys start? Who's your kind of core?
Right. Okay, so again, I guess it goes back to what I wanted, how I wanted to build this, and that was because what I was seeing going on in the space of just a lot of influencers, you know, taking money from their communities and all these random tokens getting launched and rug pulled and just all this Web3 market, just a lot of shady things going on, and people coming into Web3 just have no direction. You know, they're falling into these traps and they just have no direction. And so I was trying to, and a lot of these meme coins, the developers are not really doing much. It's the community that's building a lot of this stuff for these meme coins. It's not really the developers doing anything. They'll put out a coin and a website, and they're like, okay, go ahead, guys. And then we're just going to sit back and make money on you guys, you know. And we wanted to actually build something, build a ecosystem. And we're doing it on the Polygon network where it could be cheap fees. But we wanted to do it where it's just more than a website and a token, and it was something that was like in a trustless system that has a little bit of trust, because you come to DeFi for trustlessness. But
why don't you explain to everyone what trustless means?
So it's very important that you don't have, when you're messing with your finances, that you don't have to trust the other party. Like when you're messing with the banks, you have to trust the bank. Right. So when we mess with Bitcoin, we don't have to trust anything. We trust the Bitcoin network runs in a trustless manner. Right. So most DeFi people, most Bitcoin people, they want to do everything in a trustless manner. It's just like natural to them. And when they start coming into Web3 and all these people like taking advantage of these people that have, you know, that live in this trustless manner, you know, you got to have some type of rating, some type of integrity, some type of something where you can filter out the noise and the influencers and the bad actors. And that's what we're trying to do with the rating system we're building, is to filter out the bad actors of Web3. But that's just one part of what Tegridy doing.
Well, let's talk about that. So as a meme coin, usually we just did an interview and we talked about a meme coin that the only utility was the fact that it had hundreds of thousands of memes, was supported by a really core people from the very beginning of crypto that really understood the space, understood how to invest, but also wanted to do something fun that wasn't about anything other than the community coming together and having fun. And so that was a really cool project that we had. So with you and being a meme token, you're talking about building on this meme token. You're talking about some utility. So let's talk about that as a basis. What does that look like?
And I do like that narrative. You know, that is not a bad narrative of because people are tired of hearing tokens that have utility this, utility that, and then 3 years later they give you nothing. And so I understand this whole like nothing has utility. You know, but I
like the old roadmap to nowhere, right? That everyone had the same graphic and the same 4 steps of their roadmap to the metaverse game, right? Or some
exactly.
The $4 billion in metaverse land sales that yet any of us have got to experience. No, I'm just kidding. Some of us, a few of us.
Yes. So
I'm building a metaverse, by the way. I am talking about myself.
No, you're good. I in my previous jobs, I was a crypto analyst and I wrote about 30 or 40 projects a month to gurus and for investment guys. So, and trust me, I've heard it all. And the thing is, I'm a utility token guy. I'm not a by heart, by natural. I never really got into Dogecoin because I had an infinite supply. I didn't like that. Didn't get into Safe Moon because they had like the burnt with the taxes and all that. Didn't like that. Didn't like SHIB because it was way too much supply. Didn't like that. The reason why, and I'm a big utility, all utility, what changed my mind is I understand what meme coins get people in the community gets the normies into crypto. I understand that. And I understand, like Elon Musk say, wouldn't it be the funniest thing ever if like a meme coin was our one world currency of the world? You know, that would be a big FU to the way that monetary system runs, right? Elon Musk says that. So I understand all that, but I still was a utility guy. It didn't change my mind until I was trying to prove to these utility projects that you're holding too much of the supply for team tokens. You're holding too much of the supply for VCs. VCs are just dumping on you. You know, they'll give you a name. Oh, we could put it in a newspaper. We got VC to invest in us. You get some clout for a little bit, but ultimately they're just going to milk you. Centralized exchanges are milking you. And I go and I'm trying to prove this point to these guys, and they're not listening to me. And I'm looking at Dex tools, and I'm looking at this thing where somebody's burning their LP tokens, their liquidity tokens, and I'm like, what is going on here? I find Pepe. I'm like, what is this Pepe? $20 million market cap. They're burning their LP tokens. I look further, like Renowned Smart Contract, and I remember the 6 months earlier I had done that research on Renowned Smart Contract and what they were going to do with this technology or this philosophy, and I was like, oh my gosh, the meme coins are doing something with this. I was like, oh, and they're burning liquidity, so you can't do a rug pull. They're creating a floor price. I was like, wow, this is a matchbox. And I'm telling my people, look at this. And I wrote it down in a document, and I have it dated. It was like April 20th. I was like, guys, look at this meme coin here, $20 million. We need to, renounce our contract. And this is something you got to think about. We need to do something drastic with the suppliers. Too many team tokens. You need to burn them all. You need to give them to the community. You need to do something. I was like, this is a perfect example. 2 weeks later, I finished my presentation. Pepe's at $2 billion. These guys are scrambling, trying to figure out how they can do this too. Right? They don't.
Let me throw it back just a second. Let's talk about He-Man here. Let's talk about Tegridy and He-Man. Okay, so let's look at the fact that, there's a reason why you're not able to come on camera here with us today. Oh
my gosh, what happened to He-Man? Oh,
technical difficulties.
You just spoke him out of existence.
Oh my goodness, what is going on here? Sorry, guys.
All right, so
Go ahead.
Don't worry about that for just a second. So why don't you tell me a little bit about why you aren't on camera today and what you do regularly?
So it was that I just right. So it's that I just told you pretty much, right? So they want to fix their protocols, right? They want to do it too, but they want to know, how these guys are. They're billion-dollar companies. They want to know that it works.
Who is they? Wait, everybody doesn't know who they is. That you're talking about.
I can't say that. That's what gets me
so
fired.
Let me just throw it out. Some folks work in crypto in real life and work for large crypto known entities.
Yeah.
Some of those folks, they're doing some wonderful things, some white hat degenning, I like to call it out there, providing us with wonderful tokens, maybe such as Tegridy in a simulation. You guys picking up what I'm putting down? All right.
Yes, guys, and the reason why my camera just got out because I'm on my desktop and I use a Canon, my wife's nice Candid camera, and hook it up to my computer. That's why I did that.
You touched on something though I want to talk about, and I think it's hilarious to talk to a plug, but that's okay. That's what we're doing right now. EOS Rep Utility, yeah. But that's okay. But you mentioned something about like the contract stuff, and I actually think that's really important, right? So this is what a lot of people probably aren't looking for. Right. If you're in crypto, you look for these things. Right. But people that are just getting in, and this is why it's important, which is why I think Tegridy is such an important project, is this integrity component. Right. And then having an ability to rate projects, because things people don't realize if you're a noob, like why does a liquidity pool matter? Right. And why, like, what does it mean to lock a pool? Right. Things like this, right. And looking at how things are deployed or what people are learning.
Actually, if you go to the very bottom, last night, I just updated our white paper to include the rating system. Go to the very bottom here, very bottom. See the medium link right next to the, yes, here. Oh, I understand. This is go to that's Uniswap messing with you, not letting you click anything because you didn't hit. Okay, there it goes. So go all the way to the bottom, because this is, if you want to read the funny version, you read the website. If you want to read the professional version, because that's what I do for a living, is write white papers and write tokenomics pages. So I created a white paper, and you go to the top where it says rating system. You'll see like a Chinese. There we go. We all trust the rating systems.
Yes.
So I guess you could just read the maybe the beginning of the mission, but yeah.
So community rating of projects, right? I mean, like I haven't seen this on the. So I have a bunch of questions. I haven't seen this one in meme coins. I like it. I've always liked the rating system play where you invite communities to rate their experience and rate who they interacted with project wise. I think that's going to be a really key component of a healthy decentralized ecosystem. And you guys did it on
y'all, I guess it comes from my thoughts of this came from the ICO, because I've been about investing about 2016. I've been a DGen since 2016, heavy, nonstop, all day.
Well,
My
tell
wife.
us a little bit about what your experience in crypto has been like. What are some of the things that you've worked on? You don't have to talk specifics,
Yeah.
but what types of things do you
I
do
can
in
tell
this
some
space other
companies.
than writing white papers? And
Yeah, I can tell some companies I work for. I have no problem with that. So I come from I had my own LLC I first was a banquet as a banquet manager and at a big resort, and then
You want to witness some real actual
a hurricane
history?
came in. Oh, you have to.
Back
I
in the
understand.
day,
Elon.
and a few of the
Yeah.
founding fathers did
See,
have,
I understand. No, go down.
because
Go
they
down.
knew
Go
the
down. It's
meaning of
Uniswap.
hard
It's
work
Uniswap that's
and
messing with you.
integrity.
Yes, I
But
understand.
then our
That's
country
Uniswap.
did lose its way and began.
So Uniswap is so, guys. If y'all have that problem again, go back down so I can explain this problem. Uniswap.
I feel like we're being trolled. Like,
Yeah. So
I like it. I like it.
he put the Uniswap link in there so you can buy on the website. But when Uniswap is telling you to, I understand, to trust the token to swap. So that's what keeps happening to you there. So it's Uniswap's interface. Anyways, what I was trying to say was a hurricane came and destroyed the area that I worked in. It totally destroyed the resort I worked at. So I went back to my old passion of carpentry, and I started my own LLC. So I was doing that for about 5-10 years. And then blockchain, my identity got stolen in 2015, 2016 through Equifax. And I had to do a lot of stuff through Equifax. And I watched Banking on Bitcoin 2016 on Netflix. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is like an answer to all the centralization problems. And I like got on Coinbase, and I was so scared to get on Coinbase. Like I was going to do it through local Bitcoins. I didn't want to put my ID on Coinbase because I was just tired of getting my stuff stolen. Like, you know what, whatever, I'll put my ID on Coinbase. I was so scared. And can you imagine being scared of Coinbase? And I get on there, and the reason why I wanted to buy it because Bitcoin Cash was forking, and I wanted to buy some Bitcoin so I could have some free Bitcoin Cash.
I had a feeling you went through that, and that's why you brought that up earlier about Bitcoin being able to have an experience that didn't really experience when Bitcoin Cash happened.
I mean, there's a lot of forks. I mean, Bitcoin SV, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin this, Bitcoin that. I mean, we were all like younglings in those days.
Yeah, so I probably have so much Bitcoin SV and other Bitcoin Diamond and so many other wallets I don't even know that's there, right? And so I was just like, okay. And then I was every day trading back and forth. I was trading the spreads. Like I was doing like 100,000 trades a week, just trading the spread, making micro money. And I in the first year I made like $20,000-$30,000 with only $8,000 just trading the spread. And I was like, oh my God, this is insane. I was like, I should set a bot up for this. And then I just started, and everything I earned, I never sold any of my Bitcoin. Still haven't sold my Bitcoin. All my profits, I put it in Bitcoin, put it in the ledger, and just forgot about it. I was like, this is so amazing. And then Uniswap comes out, and I'm like, I get on. And then they gave me, I had like 5 wallets on Uniswap, and they gave me 5 airdrops. I was like, what is going on? Then I got on 1inch, and they gave me, like, I told Daniel around this time about Daniel, get on this. He didn't listen to me. Then he listened to me, and he made some wallets, and he got some 1inch airdrops. We got some 1inch airdrops, and DeFi summer was hit, and we were yield farming, everything. So I was like, you know what? It's to a point now. I'm tired of killing myself. Bitcoin's at 60K. I can literally not work for the next 10 years and just sit on my butt. I was like, you know, I'm not going to do that. I want to go full-time crypto. This is my passion. This is me. I'm doing it. So I took Ivan on Tech Academy. Ivan on Tech is a really good guy that I watch a lot, and his Morales Academy is a great. If you don't have like a lot of money to spend on colleges or anything, and there's not many blockchain courses out there. His academy is an official college in the country of Georgia. And they bring people from like other countries like Africa and India and Philippines and give them like educations. And so I took his classes, and they're amazing. And I put that, I was like, you know what? I was like, all right, I did this for about 6 months. I'm just going to throw a LinkedIn on there and just put my stuff on LinkedIn. I've never had no background of finance education. I didn't graduate college. I graduated high school. You know, all that. And I was like, there's no way I'm going to get hired on as anything. But I knew a lot about blockchain. Like I was passionate. I read JavaScript. I learned a little bit of Solidity through JavaScript by the academy that I took. I was like, I'm going in. And I put it on there. It only took me 1 month, and I got hired. and I got hired on by Legacy Research Group, which is a huge publishing
Dan,
firm.
I'm gonna interrupt you quick just to give a little bit more context about your story. So when I first met Dan, he was just in construction, like you said, and I was anti-crypto. And you guys interviewed me. You've seen my videos.
Love you, Daniel. A little heads up, guys, on Daniel here, really quick before you get into this. Daniel's a good friend of ours. I've been speaking with Daniel for quite some time. He's all about the gold. We've had some. He has tried me. He's put me in the hot seat on my own space, and I had to give him a little slapping around. But then we became really good friends and realized that, like, man, he's doing some really incredible things in the space, and not just with Tegridy, but with multiple other projects, including with American Crypto Academy. So when we started talking about doing Tegridy and Daniel being a part of that too, you know, it was like, okay, let's explore this some more. Let's look into this. So yeah, Daniel, we're so grateful for you to be here and to be working on all of the different things you're doing. So yeah, go ahead, jump in.
Yeah, so I met Daniel. Like I said, we became friends. We had some interests in mind, and I was anti-crypto. And remember the story where I told you my business partner started hounding me around March of 2020 about Bitcoin, and then she met another friend of mine, and they started tag teaming me. Well, this is the guy that was tag teaming me for months. He's like, this guy.
I need to be slapping him around now. Is that what we're doing today?
Yeah. So I think he started. They teamed up maybe around May or June, and from May or June till about September, that's when I finally said, "Screw it! I'm never going to invest in Bitcoin." And he called me. He's like, "Bro, let me come over and let me show you these two videos." And he's the one that showed me the Don Tapscott video about how blockchain is changing the world, and convinced me to switch from being anti-crypto to pro-crypto and starting my own company. And then when he called me, he told me he was leaving his job and he was going to go into crypto full time. I had already started mining life, and I was wanting to bring.
You got to tell him I helped you with the name.
Yeah, he helped me with the name. He was over my house, my business partner, and he helped with coming up with the concept as well. And he actually used me as a reference because I wanted to hire him for the blockchain side of things because he knows quite a bit. And he told me he's getting interviewed. So I'm the one that the research. What's the name of the company?
Yeah, Legacy Research Group. Yeah.
Called me like, hey, what do you think about Daniel? I said, if you don't hire Daniel, I will. Because he is phenomenal. He's the one that got me into crypto. He understands blockchain, smart contracts, everything. So if you pass on him, you're going to lose out on him. And then they got the job. So if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here right now. I'd still be doing political consulting only, and I would not be in blockchain. But his persistence in telling me about decentralization, Bitcoin, all of it, he's the one that first helped me get onto Coinbase Pro, teaching me his little 100,000 trades a week system and making money and so forth. So Dan and I go way back. He's the reason why I'm in the industry.
Nice. So how did you get involved in Tegridy Space? So tell me, obviously this is how you guys met. How did you get involved in a meme token? You're over here, you're working with gold, you're working with, sound money, you're working on mining life, and then you've got meme coin over here. So what did that look like for you?
Funny enough, after the Bitcoin conference, Ivan invited me to the Pizza DAO event, and I invited Tegridy Space here, and he showed up, and he's like, hey, I want to show you something. And he showed me
to be there. You were at the Pizza DAO one?
Yeah.
But I think we were talking about it before, and really what it comes back to is I guess the continuing that story. So at Legacy, I worked there as a crypto analyst and writing the portfolios and stuff for a guru named Tiki Tuori. He was on BitBoy Crypto. Some love him, some hate him, but he's very big in the space. So I was picking all his tokens, and I was writing all his ghostwriting all his updates. And so he would just write his main lead. And so he would also, I would tell him 5 tokens and he would pick 1 or 2 out of the 5 tokens I tell him. So that's what I was doing for a couple of years. And then one of the projects that I was talking about, I had some dinners with these protocols and stuff. And, one of them stole me away, I'll have to say. So I can't tell you which one, but one of them stole me away.
It's probably not a very big deal, is it?
Yeah. And so I was working with these guys, and then I told you again, I'm trying to tell them, I'm working with multiple Web3 protocols, not just those guys. And I'm telling them, like, hey guys, It's all about giving your tokens to the community. Come on, guys. I'm trying to tell you. No one wants to listen. And then Pepe comes, $2 billion. Boom. Now they want to listen, right?
Yeah.
So that's when I'm like, okay, if I'm doing this, Dan is my number one. That's what I said. So that's where I brought Dan in.
Yeah, because of my experience in running companies, understanding, working in the political realm, lobbying.
Understanding business. I understand blockchain. I don't understand business.
So he brought me in to help with the business side of things. So Tegridy Space actually contracted me, our actual company, which is based in St. Vincent Grenadines, contracted me to be the senior advisor for Tegridy Space. And part of just to explain why there's an EOS webcam and He-Man, because of the protocol that Dan works with and the people behind Tegridy, they're well known in the industry and they can't dox themselves. They don't want to be associated with a meme coin. So for me to come on board and sign the contract, I said the only way I'm going to do this, because if you rug pull, my name is also tarnished. It's going to be a mutually assured destruction. You rug pull, you do anything, I'm doxing everybody. I don't care if it's the CEO and all the top executives of this company. I know who they are. I know where they are, where they live, and I will dox all of them if anything happens with Tegridy Space.
Yeah, we don't live too far from each other.
All right, so I'm going to throw this over to Jahon for a second. Jahon, this has been an interesting interview, huh? This has been a fun one. How are you feeling? What are you thinking? What questions do you still have that haven't been answered?
Well, I mean, I think it's very validating to some of the things that we've been saying earlier, right? So I have a few questions. Why Polygon? Why Polygon?
Yes, perfect. So I come from, like I told you before, I received 4 airdrops on Uniswap. I'll try to name all the airdrops I received. Axie Infinity, 1inch, Uniswap, ENS, Arbitrum, Optimism, Opium, Hopium. It's an insurance protocol. Okay, there's too many. So I received a lot of airdrops, but then I fell out of the space and I didn't realize that scammers took over the airdrop space. But so I wanted to do Polygon because I wanted to give airdrops without spending 10 grand in gas fees. I wanted to have regular airdrops all the time, not just one airdrop, regular airdrops, regular giveaways. And I couldn't do that on Ethereum network. So that's one of the biggest reasons why. And I really believe in Polygon's. Like I said, I'm really deep in learning about these protocols. And Polygon has, like Cardano, has some of the brightest brains in the world. Now, out of all chains, my favorite chain. My favorite coin is Bitcoin. My favorite chain is Ethereum. My favorite chain to actually use is Avalanche. Because I use them all the time. But I love Polygon and Arbitrum too. So if I was going to build something that has a network effect, I would pick Polygon out of all of them because Avalanche doesn't quite have that network effect and community on it.
And there's been a couple of articles recently that the active wallets for the Avalanche blockchain have dropped like 20-something%. So
what happened there is that during the First Republic collapse, and there was a lot of those people own a lot of Avalanche, the First Republic bank and whatever, the Silicon. When that all collapsed, that's what's going. They're still draining their Avalanche. So
on my end, I want to. Sorry to interrupt, Dan. I want to compare Ethereum and Polygon in the same way that I compare gold and silver. For me, Ethereum is kind of like gold is the king's money. Ethereum is the king's chain, and then silver is the common man's money, and Polygon is the common man's chain. Because most liquidity, most coins, ticker Bitcoin, Ethereum. I mean, all the Pepe. When Pepe was happening, it was costing like $100 in gas to do anything. Mint the NFT, so I launched my own NFT project, a test mint, and it cost almost $100 to just mint an NFT. With Polygon, 4 cents. to
And,
mention
and,
it.
and the people try to get on the trust part of it, but the thing is the trust, the security and the trust is amazing because even Vitalik fully supports the network. He's written many papers fully supporting Polygon and understands it is here to stay and it is viable use case for Polygon, for the Ethereum network, Ethereum based as security and Polygon as scalability. And with this new ZK EVM that they're creating, it's more Vitalik writes about it. It's more EVM equivalent rather than EVM compatible. And I just think that Polygon is doing much more in this layer 2 ecosystem than any other network. See, Avalanche I like as a layer 1. Cardano I like as a layer 2. If I choose one, Cardano I like as a layer 1. Avalanche is like a layer 1. If I was going to choose one layer 2 out of all of them, it's going to be Polygon. That's why I chose it.
Let me hone you in for just a second. So in about 60 seconds,
You want to witness some real actual
question.
Who's got the right?
Give me a quick 60 seconds. What is Tegridy? If you walked up to somebody on the side of the street that knew nothing about crypto, didn't know anything about Bitcoin, Polygon, none of this, walk up to somebody on the side of the street, you want to tell them what Tegridy is? What is it? 60 seconds.
All right, here we go, guys. So, guys, we're building a shitcoin ecosystem on the Polygon network. We're the first viral meme coin, community coin that's going to be on the Polygon network. There is no other meme coins or viral coins or any coin in that fact that's doing anything on Polygon. And we're going to be, other than gaming tokens, and we're going to be the one that brings the mass adoption to the space because of the gas fees on Polygon. What we're doing is we're building an ecosystem. We're building an entertainment page. We have Tegridy Space Entertainment. In our entertainment page, we release videos regularly. We have YouTube videos. We have music videos. We have rappers. We have a big rap battle coming up in a couple of days with Ben.eth that we are organizing. So we do a lot of things in the entertainment side. So music, videos, and comedy. We have 2 comics. And we have a little task for them that they have to do every when they go to their stand-up comedy. We give them tasks to do as they go do stand-up. Her name's Meme Queen, and one is Adam Smith. So they run the Tegridy Space Entertainment page. And then we also have a Tegridy Space NFT page. And our guy in California, he runs that. So we have PFPs that we create, and our PFP collection just sold out. So I have to make some more. And then we have a new design. He is a legal marijuana grower for the state in California. And what he does is he creates these his plants into NFTs, and you could take 2 NFTs and merge them together and create your own plant. And you can go to that dispensary and pick up the seeds or buy the marijuana of that plant you created. So we got the NFT side and with the PFPs and the marijuana. And then we have collaborations happening. Left House is one of the collaborations. I think I saw him in the comments here. So you
guys got some good heads. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like
and then we have the rating system.
Right. Like you're building a whole ecosystem. You got some serious players in the space.
Yeah.
And here's where I think not only is like the team and like the ethos, I think primed. You got Polygon is a wide open playing field.
Oh man.
Yeah. So that's what we said. We're like, okay, do we want to be a $10 million meme coin in the first month and launch on Ethereum, or do we want to be a $1 billion ecosystem on Polygon?
Yeah, and the way I figure is folks that look at price and chart short term are missing the point.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, you'll like our chart if you look at our chart.
Yeah. No, I just had it pulled up. But we like what you guys are doing. We love the team. We love the mission. I love where it fits in to what I think is an evolving Web3 culture, of which these will be primed to be an important and critical component. Right.
I'm really excited about you guys working on Polygon. I think Polygon got the short end of the stick. As you were talking earlier about, a lot of different things were happening on Polygon NFTs, and you've got the ETH going on up here, and people didn't know really I didn't know what to do. When I first got my first couple Polygon NFTs in my wallet, I was like, I didn't put that there. What's going on? There was these different auction numbers happening, and I was really confused. And so I kind of pushed it off to the side and was like, I'm just going to stick over here with what I know. So I really appreciate you guys working on the Polygon space and showing it a lot of love, because as you explained earlier, there is, it's really affordable. It is something that, I could take up to the school system right now, and the school could pull out a budget for the kids in the art class to mint their NFTs on Polygon. It wouldn't hurt the school system at all. It's something really affordable. They could learn how to trade. There's different ways to look at what you're doing, and the entertainment side, that's hilarious. Obviously felt like I was being trolled earlier. I didn't know if I wanted to watch it or if I didn't, or if I wanted to close my eyes.
I gotta know where the Tegridy comes from, right? So, by the way, where can we find you guys online?
Yeah. Well, Tegridy.space is our website, right? Tegridy.space. But we're mostly active on Twitter. On Twitter.
And what's the Twitter handle?
It's Tegridy_space. And I'm thinking I'm going to take out the underscore, because when you're typing it in, it always wants to bring you to the NFT or the ENT page. And on Twitter, for some reason, Twitter doesn't like to show it. So you just need to hit Tegridy_space and hit search. And it's most of the time we'll bring you to our entertainment or NFT page. But in the bio of those will be the link to our main page. You'll see it. It's got over 1,000. There it is. I have over 1,000 followers. But follow all 3 pages, because we're all different personalities. I let those guys go wild and do whatever they want to do, right? I didn't want to mix, because what happened was when I first did it, we have a big staff, and we have our staff from the Web3 side, and then I have my staff from my family friends side, right? Like Dan and these guys, right? So I have 2 staffs, right? And so now all of us are controlling Tegridy Space page, right? It was overloaded and they shadow banned us. And so I was like, okay, how am I going to do this? Okay, I want to do NFTs. I want to do news. I want to do entertainment. I want to do this. I want to do that. Like, okay, Adam, you've been producing music your whole life. You know Pro Tools, and you do stand-up comedy. You're doing the entertainment page. I was like, Billy, you're doing this marijuana growing thing. We're going to turn those into NFTs, and you're controlling the NFT page, right? So it wasn't just like I had the ideas for all of it, but it was finding the person that would enjoy doing it. Some people don't want to do stuff because they feel like they're forced to doing it. And I couldn't get my friends and family to do anything because they feel like they're forced to do it. So I had to find what they enjoy doing.
Yeah. And I want to point out so we can hear what Dan's saying. Everybody who's running Tegridy Space, they're volunteers and part of the community. Like nobody is getting paid to do this. We're all volunteering our time, including me. Even though I'm contractually, even though I'm contracted with the company, I'm volunteering most of my time.
But what it was is a fair launch, guys. So this is what everyone has to remember. How I found I didn't find Pepe by advertising. I didn't find people like, oh yeah, Pepe was the meme meta. That's why I found it, because of the memes, and I got in early because of this. No, I found it because I was searching the blockchain and I saw burn to. If you want to get in projects early, you need to be diligent and be looking at the blockchain. Right.
Let's go to one more. Let's hone in on one more thing before we wrap this up here, guys. So earlier we had talked about renouncing the contract. You wanted to start there, and right. I was like, wait, let's get the story first. So is the contract already renounced? And
yeah, well, actually, before you get into it, let me ask. So, I think it's important for folks at home to know, what is the difference between burning your LP and locking it?
Let me get back. Before we get to that, let me get back. Let me stay on the topic of this fair launch because it's so important.
Yeah, right? I think that ties into
there's always going to be a speculation on who got the token, who has all the tokens, and everything is public on the blockchain, right? So I want to be totally transparent. This is what meme coins are about. Is about transparency, right?
That's why we're called Tegridy.
The point I'm trying to get at is everyone, if you do your due diligence, has the same opportunity. And what a fair launch means is what we did is what's called a silent and fair launch. Okay, so we put it on. We burnt 94% of our supply, or we took our supply 94%. We took 6%. It's all in the roadmap. We took 6%. We said, okay, this is allocated for bridging, for liquidity, for centralized exchanges, blah, 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 blah.
You want to witness some real actual history back in the day.
Elon.
A few of the
okay, so we took the other 94% of the supply and we threw it in the liquidity pool, right? So when you do that, you receive an LP token, right? When you put something in the liquidity pool, you receive an LP token. Oh, she's laughing at the video. Yeah, we'll get into that. Don't worry. It's true history going on. So when you put the liquidity, when you put 94% of the supply in liquidity, what essentially that does, that forces everyone to that allows everyone to fairly buy it off the market. So if you're watching Dex Tools, you go to Dex Tools and you watch live new pairs. And what you're doing at live new pairs is you can see as soon as somebody creates a new liquidity pool. So as soon as someone creates a new liquidity pool, you can go in there and see if this token is legit. You can look at the smart contract. You need to do your own research, right? Everyone, that makes so when we take 94% of our supply and we burn it in liquidity, that makes it a fair. I didn't tell anyone I was doing this, so it was silent. No one knew. So it was fair and silent. Now, once I had everything ready, I told all my friends, guys, the contract's live, liquidity's live. Get in there and buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it, buy it. Whoever will listen to me, I'm posting it on Twitter. I'm telling all my friends, guys, listen to me. If you didn't listen to me, then you're missing out. So that's what's called a silent and fair launch, because I put 94% of my supply in liquidity. And as soon as it's on the blockchain, everyone can see it there and they can buy it. They have to be the first one to buy it. It's like a rat race to getting it first, right?
So what did we do with that LP token, Dan?
We threw it in a 000 wallet. We threw it so we can no longer. So what that does, it creates a floor price. So how when you take your whatever your Matic is, let's say the price of a token could go from $0 to $10, right? And the price of the token goes up to $1, and you burn liquidity and everything. Well, you create a floor price at $1 where the price can never go below $1. So if everyone sold every Tegridy token they ever had, it can never go to $0. It can only go to $1 because those tokens are left in liquidity. They can't be retracted. So it creates a floor price, right? So no one can rug pull you. The smart contract is renounced, so people can't add a tax in there. People can't add a mint function. So what's happening is people were doing this before, but then they go in there and add a mint function and mint more tokens.
So what's the difference between renouncing and locking the contract?
So locking is just you're still risking a smart contract, right? So when you're locking the contract, you're risking whoever created that smart contract lock. I trust Genosis Safe. I know I'm pronouncing it wrong. No, like I trust them, right? Yeah. But you're still trusting a smart contract, essentially. Yeah.
Great. I think that was really, really helpful. And for those that want more helpful tips, maybe go follow Tegridy here on Twitter, X, right? And
I'm always in Spaces dropping knowledge. Always.
Absolutely. And that's another thing too. You see these guys on Spaces, jump on in, right? There's been a lot of activity and there's been a lot of good conversations on Spaces talking about all of this. So we're super thrilled. And Daniel and Tegridy, we're thrilled to have you guys on. We're obviously big supporters of what you guys are doing, and AltMom did a fantastic job once again. Being our masters of ceremony, the masters of the universe. There it is. There's no better representation, right? We got obviously the Randy Marsh Tegridy, but I love the He-Man, and I love what you guys are doing.
Yeah. So again, it's a entertainment ecosystem. It's built. It's NFTs. It's entertainment, and it's a rating system. You can learn. So if you want to read about it funny, I don't have the rating system written in the website, but if you want to learn about it in a funny way, you read the website. If you want to learn about it in a serious way, you read the white paper. And then,
so if you guys really want to check them out and ask more questions, because I'm sure I have more questions. I even have more questions now. So I'm going to be hitting up Dan from Mining Life over here and Dan the He-Man behind Tegridy Space. And I'm definitely going to take Jahon backstage and ask him a few more questions about what it is that he loves about the meme tokens. And I always have more questions after all of these shows, and that's what makes things interesting. And I'm happy that you guys came on. Thank you so much for coming. It's sometimes hard for people to understand why you can't go on camera, but there were about 2 years where I was behind the scenes, behind the curtain, ghostwriting and working with other companies. And it took me a little while to be able to do that and be on my own, but it's important sometimes. But thank you, Daniel, for being here also as well and showing the integrity of Tegridy Space. And we just appreciate you guys. Meme coins are fun. Entertainment is fun. Polygon is amazing. And these are the kind of things that we want to show is what can you see? What is out there that people might not be seeing? So it's been a great space. I look forward to talking with all of you again. Jahon, as always.
Absolutely. Don't forget, we do these pretty regularly now. So check in. We've got we've got our schedule, I think, for the next month and a half pretty booked. So
Oh,
if you
and
have a
it's
project,
so good. It's so good, guys. Listen, you have got to bookmark our Twitter page, bookmark American Crypto Academy. It's US Crypto Academy on Twitter. Make sure you're bookmarking these spaces. The next 6 lineups that we have are just literally
absolutely.
to the moon.
So
Literally.
thanks for joining us
And,
once
and
again.
the last thing, guys, if you want to follow me, my personal account on Twitter, it's local bit buddy, local bit buddy. In the C, it's a K, not a C. Local bit buddy with a K, and that's where you can read some of my articles that I've written, because I have it's like 30 pages long. Excuse it, it's a lot of pictures, but there's an article in there about the importance of self-custody services. I do some I write about projects in there, Arweave, GMX, and I make valuations and stuff, so you can read that. But I would check out the importance of self-custody services, DeFi self-custody services. Yes.
All right.
Yes, that's it. That's it. Thank you, Ivan.
Awesome. All right. Well, we will talk to you guys again. We'll see you next Tuesday. If you don't catch us on Spaces with the US American Crypto Academy every single morning. And then sometimes we throw one up in the afternoon just for fun. But we will see you guys soon.
Absolutely. Thanks very much, everyone.
Thank you.